Have a look at how to do like a geometric sort of face illustration or geometric whatever illustration that you want to do. This is one I've got of my long-suffering model Naomi, and this is how it will come out. Now, just be warned, this is not for the faint-hearted. This is quite a lengthy process, and that length is determined basically by how detailed or undetailed you want it to be. So, examples of detail, this eye took quite a long time and is built up of a large number of small shapes. The other eye, fewer shapes, but you still achieve a similar effect when you zoom out. So, how do you do this? It's pretty straightforward, it's just a very repetitive process. So I'm going to talk you through that now. I'm just going to go to this other image. So, the first thing you'll need to do is select the area you want to use. The nice thing is with this is that once it's selected, you don't have to be particularly refined with it because you cut off all your edges anyway. So, I've got my selection. Once you've got that selection, do Command J to duplicate that layer. Then you can hide the background. We don't need that. To make the shapes or make those areas of colour, you're going to sculpt those somewhat by hand. And how you're going to do that is you're going to go into your areas, wherever you want to start. I'll go back to the eye, and you're going to use the polygon lasso tool to create the shapes that you want to. Now again, that is totally dependent upon how much you want to put in there or how many shapes you want it to be built up of. But you can keep clicking away, and then when you get back to the start of it, if you look for the little circle that appears next to the lasso, that means it will connect. And what we'd use at this point is a filter from the blur section, and it's called average, and what that does, it basically creates like an average colour within that area of the pixels you've selected. Once you've done that, you can then go on to select your next areas. So I'll create the next part of the eye. I'm going to do this one quite big. Again, it just depends on how detailed you want it to be. Now, because you've used that filter once, you don't have to go through the filter menu every time. Your last filter, whatever you've used, will appear under Command F. So once you've selected that, you can do Command F, and you'll get the average colour once again. So then you can keep going around and doing Control F to create your next average colour. Just going to get this to complete. Done. And you can keep going around like this in as big or as smaller chunks as you wish to create your image. Now, just to let you know as well, you'll notice there that I deselected the areas that I'd selected. Command D will do that for you. And then once you've decided to dedicate a length of time to doing this, you will eventually end up with an image like this. It's really simple, quite effective, but again, will take quite a long time. And however you choose to do that is up to you. You just really need to look for areas where colour changes are, where you might want to look at capturing different tones to try and sort of build up that sculpture of the face. So you need to think about having an understanding of, for example, not just doing the lips necessarily as one block colour, but looking and thinking where light would and would not hit, where your lighter and darker areas should fall, and allowing that to guide where you create and craft your shapes.